Indy's airport was a sea of red and white as IU fans head to Pasadena for tomorrow's Rose Bowl. The Hoosiers hoping to get one step closer to a national championship tomorrow when they take on the Alabama Crimson Tide. It may be the team's most anticipated game of the season. We have coverage in Pasadena tonight. Rich Nye is checking out the Fan Fest outside of the stadium. But we'll start with Dom and Eli, where Curt Cignetti, he held his final preseason press conference ahead of kickoff. What did he say, guys?
Yeah, obviously a lot of excitement ahead of this granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. It has exceeded expectations as far as we go. Covering this game, IU, Alabama, another notch in the college football playoff, and IU laser focused, and I think that's what we got from Curt Cignetti today.
Yeah, absolutely, and also with Bama being an underdog for the first time in quite a while. So if you think back this year with Bama, maybe not living up to sorts, right? 3 losses this year, but coming back last week to be able to be in this position against Oklahoma and taking on an Indiana team that has not played for nearly a month. So it's going to be one of those games where there's a lot of question marks in the air, maybe from the outside looking in, but we do know IU showed out here in Pasadena. They've been walking around rain or not. They are here. In terms of these teams, Indiana and Curt Cignetti just trying to get back into the groove of things, right? I just mentioned they haven't played since December 6th. And then, of course, Alabama, they're coming off that momentous win against Oklahoma. And during today's press conference, Curt Cignetti saying what he wants to see improve over these next 24 hours. And then also we'll hear from Coach Kalen DeBoer as well.
You know, as the leader, the head coach, I feel like there's a lot of loose ends we got to tie together today. I have a lot of respect for Alabama, obviously, Coach DeBoer, similar paths in our coaching careers, and it shows up on tape. He's a great football coach, and Alabama's a great football team with a lot of good players. It'll be a tremendous challenge. We'll have to play extremely well, and looking forward to the game.
Congratulate Coach Cignetti and Indiana on another great season. These last 2 years and what they've done is so impressive. And again, when you, just like Coach said, when you're watching film, you can see why the success is happening. Well coached, disciplined, and obviously a lot of great players making great plays.
I think what we also said earlier after the press conference was the storylines that these guys sort of come from, the journey that it took for them both to get here. Curt Cignetti, 62 years old, hired last year, and it's just like, well, here they are, just 2 years later, and it's just fascinating kind of listen to those football minds talk today.
No question about it. A lot of mutual respect there. Real salt of the earth guys worked their way up through the coaching ranks to get to where they are, and it should be a great matchup between IU and Alabama. On New Year's Day, it's going to be raining just like this a little bit, and it's showing no signs of stopping, but we'll have much more for you at the bottom of the hour. Previewing this matchup with IU and Alabama, plus at 6:30 on our streaming show, so be sure to keep it locked on Channel 13 for all your Rose Bowl coverage, IU coverage, as we gear up for this big-time college football playoff matchup here in Pasadena.
All right, thanks, guys. Eli, you should sell Dom his jacket. See what he thinks?
Yeah,
but let's get to...
We'll take care of our delicate flower while he's out here, our delicate rose.
Hang in there, Dom. All right, thank you both. And until kickoff, there's plenty to do outside of the stadium. Rich Nye has a look at the Rose Bowl Fan Fest.
Hey, good afternoon. We are at the Rose Bowl in the parking lot, and behind me, you see some of the floats that are going to be in the parade tomorrow. Of course, a big part of the Rose Bowl is the Tournament of Roses parade. This is the Cal Poly Rose float behind me. They've been actually putting the finishing touches on it today. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, we're talking about some real plants and flowers on there. Just absolutely beautiful. And those who have been working on it all day are celebrating that they are done and finished. Wow. Have you ever traveled in Los Angeles before? It's not easy. So we really just got here, literally just got here. But let's take you back to Indianapolis this morning, because we were on a flight with all kinds of IU fans. There were probably more than 200 people on our flight, and I'm guessing almost 199 were going to the Rose Bowl with us. Lots of IU fans just enjoying this incredible season and knowing who would think this would come around again. It took forever for something like this to happen for IU football, and they're here to enjoy the experience.
Well, we just thought with the Heisman Trophy winner, the Big Ten champs, undefeated season, we had to go. I've got a friend in Pasadena who's letting us stay at his house. He's been going for 40 years. he's never missed the Rose Bowl, so he got tickets for us, and that's why we're going.
In 1987, I was at IU when IU won the basketball national championship. So I wanted to share the football successes with my daughter. So we're going to go to the Rose Bowl. It's like a dream come true, and we're just incredibly excited about the game and the parade and just spending the weekend in California.
What are you experiencing with all these other IU fans?
Couldn't be happier for the Hoosiers. It's going to be awesome.
It is going to be awesome here, even if it does rain for the Rose Bowl. Certainly a lot of rain today. Rain expected again tomorrow in Pasadena for the parade, but we're hoping maybe that rain will move out sometime around kickoff. But all the fans we talked to today that are coming out to the game from Indianapolis, they've been watching the weather forecast. They've got their red rain gear, and they're ready for this one tomorrow. We're going to cover the parade for you tomorrow and talk to all the fans going into the game. We got the Brownsburg Band out here that will be marching in the Rose Parade. Much more of that for you all this next couple of days here from Pasadena, covering the Hoosiers at the Rose Bowl.
All right, thanks, Rich. And you said that they played a very special song on that flight earlier today.
Yeah, as soon as we landed, as soon as our wheels touched down, they started the IU fight song, and of course everybody on board our plane was singing along. We'll show you that tonight at 11.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. Thanks, Rich. And of course, the Hoosiers are not the only Indiana representation in Pasadena. Just as Rich said, the Brownsburg Marching Band is also there. They'll be part of tomorrow's Rose Bowl Day Parade. Also in the parade, 9 Carmel High School students selected to perform with the Bands of America Honor Band. You can watch the parade tomorrow morning here on Channel 13 starting at 11. And you can take a look back at the Hoosiers' incredible run this season. You can stream our special starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning right here on WTHR+. Well, we see weather impact, but look at that. It's starting to get some foggy. We have some snow showers creeping in. Ay, ay, ay. Well, we're going to help you bring in the new year anyway. Make sure you dress warm. And we also have a chance of some snow later tonight. Angela, you'll break in all of that. But let's start with what we just saw in Pasadena.
Oh, that rain is coming down. It's going to be heavy tonight and tomorrow morning. We think the bigger impact for the Rose Parade versus the game. So temperatures close to 60 degrees for game time. We do anticipate some rain, but we also expect the heaviest to be moving out by the second half at least. And again, the bigger impact on that Rose Parade with the heavier rain expected in the morning. Yes, Allison said it. We've got some snow showers tonight. Temperatures for us in the low 30s, eventually dropping back into the teens and 20s. Snow showers tonight. Most of us will be less than an inch, a quick coating, that's it. Enough for a few slick spots, yes, but we're not dealing with any heavy snow. What you see on radar is relatively light. The snow showers have moved into Marion County, into the western sections of Hancock County, including Greenfield. We have some steadier light snow, Frankfort, Tipton, Cicero, Noblesville, Crawfordsville. This will continue over the next several hours. I'll continue the timeline and look ahead to 2026 in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Angela. In the new year, people will see higher paychecks, but only in some states. 19 to be specific plan to raise their minimum wage, but not here in Indiana. The state's minimum wage sits at $7.25 an hour, the same as the federal minimum wage the past 16 years. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics found Indiana wages went up by about 2.6% this past year. But it says average hourly earnings across the nation around $36. IU Kelley School of Business economist Kyle Anderson says raising the minimum wage is a double-edged sword.
The state leadership would argue that having a lower minimum wage makes it attractive for companies to move here and operate here. So they would argue that that actually drives some business growth. But certainly higher wages lead to more spending.
A LendingTree study found that about 1 in 11 Indiana workers have multiple jobs. 2 states neighboring Indiana will raise the minimum wage, Ohio and Michigan.